the indictment and the summary before me, and I confirm that someone is good does not appear on the indictment, neither does he appear on the summary. However, he appears on the charges that was also produced in the past, and he appears as A2, when accused number 2. Mr. Moore himself has confirmed before this court that he actually appeared in the court, in the magistrate's court in Masaka, on a murder charge, together with Mr. Silwada Mike, who is A1. And he confirms he was remanded. He denies having ever appeared with the rest of the accused person in this case, in Masaka, apart from when he appeared in this court. Clearly there is an error which has to be corrected. I'm mindful of the fact that this is my first time to interact with this matter, and therefore I will give the state one last opportunity to furnish this court with information as to why it is before this court. If there are any charges in Masaka, then the state should avail the details and also guide court on how it should be dealt with. And if it's also connected to this case, then we need information to that reason. And like I have said, you're given one last opportunity, which you must furnish this court with that information the next time you come here in this matter. Yes. And now I want us to agree on the next date for this when we come back for the trial. Bearing in mind that we have applications to deal with.
Yes, also glad to comment. Yes, my view would be that we have the application number 19.
We are going to have it. We are still dealing with the trial. Now we are going to finish and look at the application.
I don't go so like that because now the other file, which is the subject of that business application, has different documents. And now that will affect the disclosure.
No, it's okay. I am saying when we come again to even understand.
With your permission, my lord, I think with immense respect, I think my learned friend has misconstrued your question. One, right now we are dealing with a specific file. It is in respect of that specific file that the prosecution is being required, one, to state when we should be coming back. Two, if there is any more disclosures in respect to this particular one. Because whether you consolidate or not, they will disclose in this. If there are any specific disclosures that are pending, subject to the other application, in other words, which are not within the four corners of the other application, that the state is having and ready to tender. Maybe my colleagues need to be reminded that disclosure is not a matter of discretion. It is a matter of law. That's number one. Number two, it is an integral part of a fair trial, which must be speedy. So if they are ready, they should be disclosed. Well, I don't have the microphone. It was taken back by court, my lord. Well, my lord, with your permission, thank you very much, first of all. One, the point I want to emphasize, or we want to emphasize from our side, is that the prosecution is being required to answer the question relating to the specific files that has been called. And in particular, to answer if there are any pending disclosures subject to the other application. If anything is not within the four corners of the other application and has not been disclosed, the duty is to answer whether there is such disclosure pending, to when they intend to do that disclosure, and therefore when they think we should come back to this court, in my view, we should come back this week. The other thing, my lord.
Actually, we'll come back this week, but shall we have concluded the application?
No, that's the point, my lord. Subject to all those others. And the other one that I wanted to emphasize is that disclosure is not a matter of discretion. It is a duty, legal duty, to disclose and to disclose in time so as to comply with the Constitution, which requires a speedy trial, because this is an integral part of trial. So I was waiting to hear my learned friend Mr. Vumbuka say yes or no relating to disclosures in this specific file. 2, we would be ready and we'll be happy to come back on Friday this week or Monday 26th September, subject to your guidance in the upcoming application.
Okay, but you are also not guiding us. What will you come on Friday?
Friday is okay, my lord.
Okay,
On our part, even tomorrow is okay. But yes, yes, I am guided practically, my lord.
So,
Monday.
Let me propose that at least we have 2 applications that we must deal with. About 3, I think, that we must deal with before we come back to this. So I want us to give it to a date in October, and I will propose the 18th of October.
Yes, my lord. We also need it, my lord.
And why am I proposing the 18th? Before you say there are so many other applications that have a very consolidation that I must deal with first. And before I deal with those ones, I can come back to this matter. So, what about Road Layer and Mr. Sibuna, please you will explain to the people that we have to first hear those minor applications before we can come back here.
My lord wouldn't be opposed to that idea or direction by court. Only that in the interest of expeditious disposal of the matter, there are things that ought to have been done even before today's schedule, which were not done by the prosecution. For example, my lord, the full disclosure.
Actually, they have, I don't know whether there is something I'm not getting right, because from the reading of what I found, the state informed before they had disclosed everything, except for what is affected by the application that is before this court, that we must deal with before we come back to conclude the process.
And that's where the court...
Unless they're telling us there is something else. And don't bring something that comes as a result of consolidation. Something that is restricted to what we have here. From what I read, they say they had finished disclosing, save for what is subject to the finding of court in the application that is before the court.
I wish they could go on record on that particular matter. Most obliged, my lord.
Yes. Unless they have something different. Today you said something different.
Yes.
Maybe Mr. Mr. Chomzende, you can guide us.
Let me say something, Mr. Chomzende also say something. My lord, we, before your predecessor, had agreed that the application which was expected for protection of witnesses had a very strong bearing on the further disclosure. Remember, there are some things which we are saying we shall do them to the court's consent. And if that application goes to the contrary, then we will ably disclose those documents. And that is it. We had agreed on that. But, my senior police must also bear with me that there are documents, for example, the forensic report, which we intimated to court, that we will also disclose. It is not true, my lord, that we say it was agreed that it should be complete and absolute disclosure. Then why is the witness protection application there?
Mr. Honorable,
yes, my lord.
what is it about
No, I think, my lord, we had been misled by Mr. Birivumbuka himself, both in chambers and here, when he said there will be other disclosures. I have now, in his rejoinder, been more unsettled when he mentioned that the application for witness protection will have a bearing on other disclosures which are not within the four corners. And that worries me more, because my supposition is that that application has its limits within four corners and not beyond. Not to say, in case I am allowed, then I can bring more. No, that would be a serious departure.
I don't think so. Did I get him wrong or right? Because he's saying, depending on the ruling of the court, if God, for example, says no protection, then there will be other duty to disclose.
Okay.
In that regard, they have to disclose that which they intended to protect. Isn't that the position, Mr. Williams?
That is true, my lord.
Okay, then I think he was answering beyond my question, because I did ask, do you have any disclosure beyond the application? We could have that, because you were already directed, and as reminded by the Honourable Lord Mayor, there was a timeline which was 1st December, for any 1st September, sorry, 1st September this year, that any disclosures outside that application had to be done by 1st September. But since he says there are no disclosures beyond that application, we are comforted. Now, our prayer, Your Lordship, is from the reading of the case, it is a session case. And being a session case, therefore, means acting with speed. We pray that you be pleased to give us a date later this month, which could be next week, for us to deal with all these issues and we start the trial.
Mr. Honorable Segunda,
Yes, my lord.
you know very well that you have filed applications with you.
Yes, my lord.
So
Which we are dealing with today.
we are dealing with them. Are you going to submit orally? You ready to give me one of submissions?
Yes, we are here to submit, my lord.
Okay, fine. You remember the date I gave you for the other ruling?
Yes, my lord, we do. Maybe for the accused person,
You will notify them.
but we undertake.
Okay, let's go to 10 of October.
That's okay.
10
That's okay.
10th October.
That's okay.
10th October.
That's obliged.
At 9:30. Is it agreeable? States, you are not responding.
My lord, it's okay. 10 past.
So that this person is further remanded and we come back again on the 10th of October at 9:30. Please restrict for 15 minutes.
Most obliged. Sorry?
Let's
Stretching.
stretch
Okay.
for 15 minutes and we'll return here for the application.
Most obliged.
Application of the application.
Amalina kunyoka chai
Kale, yesigadde. ngewedde gye tuddako kati tudda ku ya consolidation.
You have business with consolidation.
Members of the press, today after court, we are always blocking other court users. We can go behind here, there's enough space behind here for those who want to address us press.
So is it?
No. We always block other court users. Behind there is big enough. I hope today you will
tudda for full ruling ku kiri oba waliwo disclosure endala oba biri protected bali ba witness nga basi bali protected or not oba tibali protected but with disclosure endala naye as of now bagamba yaddaani with disclosure bagamba nti byo bye babadde balina okutuwa byaweddeyo ebisigadde biri subject to decision ya court protection, witness protection. Should in the meantime court rule they are not subject to protection, ate ajja kuba tuwadde you're disrupting other court users. Now you're disrupting me. Aluwa ono akola mulimu gwe munnange. Orders the police